Video, and in this video we will guide you through and show you our professional Ziggeo plugin for Bubble. We will show you how to set it up and what kind of features and actions are included. So we built this plugin because we were actually building a video-based site ourselves, and existing Ziggeo plugins in the Bubble App Store just weren't giving us what we needed in terms of actions, in terms of things we can manipulate, the parameters. So what we basically did, we incorporated the whole JavaScript SDK from Ziggeo, and we've included as much parameters, almost all parameters that were possible, as well as events, actions, and states. But we're going to guide you through all of this. So maybe just a short introduction. Ziggeo is an online video hosting, recording, and playing platform, which basically allows you to create all kinds of video applications. It takes care of the hosting, it takes care of uploading, applying effects, and transcribing videos, cropping videos, and so on and so forth. So if you watch this tutorial, I assume you know what Ziggeo is, and you have an account there and you want to implement Ziggeo into your Bubble application. And what we're going to show you now is how to do that using our plugin. So this will look something similar for you. So we have the professional Ziggeo plugin here, and this is the part where you can enter all the information that is required. And if you scroll down, you can see all the different events and actions and elements that are included with this plugin. But let's just start off here. So as typical in Bubble, we have 5 fields, but they are duplicated because there's a version for a development version of your application and a live version. We're going to just work with the development version. It's probably advised to use the same settings. Maybe for debug mode, you would like to use true for the development and false for the live version, but again, that's up to you. So for our application token, you will find that in Ziggeo, in your Ziggeo dashboard. That's nothing, it's not an API key, so it's not really secret or something like that. You can just enter that here, and this is very important. We have the WebRTC streaming, so that you can set this to true or false. So this basically says, all right, should WebRTC streaming be enabled? Okay, what is WebRTC streaming? It's basically technology where video is recorded basically in the browser. You can read about it in the Ziggeo documentation or just test it out. I would recommend to put that on true. Same applies for WebRTC on mobile. That's a bit more, I would say, in the beta phase. It works fine, but not as nice on desktop. But again, you can enable that. So just to explain what would happen if this is true, a user would record or could record a video, and the camera basically pop-up won't open on an iPhone, for example. The actual recording will still take place in the browser. But again, the best thing would be to test that out. If you want to enable some Google Analytics events, you can press true, and Ziggeo will send you over some data to Google Analytics. Obviously, you will need Google Analytics installed on the page as well. And the debug mode, you can enable that for testing purposes, because Ziggeo will print things in the console and will let you know if there's issues. So just enable that if you're still testing, but definitely leave it on false if you are actually having the live application. So I'm gonna just paste my application token here, and I'm gonna head back to my design tab. So the Ziggeo plugin and Ziggeo in general consists of 2 main elements. We have the Ziggeo player and the Ziggeo recorder. I think quite straightforward, the terms. I mean, the Ziggeo player allows you to play back videos that are already stored in your Ziggeo account, okay? And we're gonna start off by looking at the Ziggeo player. So you can just search for Ziggeo player, and it's this one here. You can select that, drag that onto the page. We already have 2 Ziggeo players here. You can resize them accordingly, position them where you want, and this is where our videos will be shown. If we double click on that, you can now see there's quite a lot of different parameters that we can set here, okay? And we're gonna go through all of them. So let's start off with the top. The video parameter will define what video is displayed, and you always get a video token from Ziggeo, which defines the key for the video, and this is a specific video I uploaded before this video, so this is the video that we're going to show. The width and the height you have to set manually here, and then what is of course advised to do is you want to set the width and the height equal to whatever the actual width and height of this bubble element is, okay? It will still work if you have this a bit bigger, but I would generally advise you to do that. You can choose a theme. Ziggeo offers a few different themes of how the player looks. You can just try it out, and also the theme color. There's 3 theme colors available. Then we have all these different parameters, and these parameters basically define how the player works, how it interacts with the browser, what it allows, what it doesn't allow, to apply effect profiles, meta profiles, video profiles, and so on and so forth. I won't go through every of these parameters now. You can just always click on show documentation, and it will show you what this parameter means. Okay, so for example, if we go on stretch, it says allow the player to stretch. If we go on stream, you can specify the exact stream to run in your player. So again, you will have to look into Ziggeo a bit. Disable pause, this will mean disable pausing in the player, and so on. All you have to do is check this, and this will then be applied to this specific player. All right, so let's now actually go ahead and just preview this first part. So I have a video set here, and I have another video here, and I did something a bit different. So here's the theme theater, here's the theme minimalist, different theme color, and let's just go ahead and preview that. All right, so as you can see, we have these 2 videos here, and you can always see we have this alert showing which says video load. I'm going to show you how that works in a second. Let me just click play here on one of those videos, and we see the alert video playing. If I pause it, it says video pause. So how do we do that? We do that by using events. So coupled to this Ziggeo player, we have access to a few events by going to workflow, and then looking under elements, we have these events, a Ziggeo, and now we want to look for player. A Ziggeo player ended, a Ziggeo player loaded, it paused, it's playing, and it has been seeked. Okay, so you have access to all these events, and then if one of these events happens, so for example, when a Ziggeo player is paused, in this case, I'm showing an alert, video paused. And so you can do whatever you want. You have access to all these different events. The second thing you have access to is actions, and actions allow you to interact with the Ziggeo player directly from your Bubble application. So for example, if we go back here to our application, I can use these actions here now. So for example, if I click on play, this video starts playing. I can also click on seek to 10 seconds, which will jump to the 10 seconds. And I can also destroy the whole embedding. So how does that work? I just place some buttons here, okay? And then if we click start at a workflow, we have access to, if we go here to element actions, we go to Ziggeo player, we have access to all these different actions. So we can toggle the settings, we can get the current position of the player, we can pause, play it, we can set a new key, toggle full screen, and so on and so forth. So let's actually try this. Let's change the pause button to full screen. Click on start at a workflow, and what we're going to do under element action, we're going to say, all right, if this is pressed for the Ziggeo player, we want to toggle the full screen of Ziggeo player A. All right, let's click on preview. So now I'm going to click on play here now again to play the video. I'm going to click full screen, and as you can see, the whole video goes to full screen. You don't see it right now because my recording here is limited, but it works perfectly fine. So you can really trigger and control things in the player from your Bubble application, okay? I could mute the video, this is without sound anyways. I can, again, seek to 10 seconds, I could seek to 20 seconds. You can define that here. If you go back here to seek to, we can change that. So for example, seek 2 seconds 5 or something like this, all right? So you have access to all of these different things, and you also have access to some states, not a lot. So if we take a look at that, we can look for Ziggeo. So for example, Ziggeo player A's current position. So you can find out, all right, what's the current position of the video. So if we go, for example, and change the destroy button here to find position, okay, when this is pressed, we want to find what seconds this user is currently watching the video. So we're going to click on the action here and say, all right, we want to get the current position of a Ziggeo player. Let's just preview this whole thing now. Ziggeo player A, click on preview. And let's just wait until it's loaded. All right, so let's try that. So let's start playing. And we're at second, let's say 3 now. Okay, so I'm gonna click on find position, 3.9, find position, 5.8, find position. So we're always getting the up-to-date information of where the current user is watching, okay? Might be interesting if you have a video and after a certain amount of time you want to show a pop-up or whatever. So again, you have lots of control, and that's what we wanted to do with this plugin. you see again, event trigger. So all the time, if I start the video, an event is triggered, I stop the video, and so on and so forth. And I didn't even connect all the events to this player. Okay. So that wraps it up regarding the player. We didn't look at everything, but again, just try out all these things. Look at the actions, look at the events. There's a lot you can play with and use. All right, let's head over to the recorder. Quite similar, we have this recorder element here. All right, you can just drag that onto your page. Very similar to the player, you can define the width here. And then we again have all these parameters, which we're not going to go through. But you can see there's a lot of things that you can define. Again, there was a goal with this plugin, giving you almost all the control you want. And yeah, so you can define all the things regarding the recording. You could say, okay, all right, I want the user to allow screen recording. I want to allow recording. I want to allow direct uploads from files. I want to give a file size limit. I want to force the flash to be opened on phones, and so on and so forth. Okay. So a user can then upload here videos. All right, quite straightforward. Do screen recordings, upload videos directly, or upload them via webcam or via the phone. And same as before, you have access to events, actions, and states. So that's sort of the events. So what kind of events do you have access to? For example, important one, when Ziggeo Recorder A has been uploaded. Okay, so when a video has been uploaded, an event is triggered. There's two things in Ziggeo. When uploading, a video has to be uploaded and has to be processed. If it's uploaded, you can already get the token, the video token. However, it's not yet ready for playing. It has to be processed first, and that depends on the length of the video. Okay. We also have access to when the Ziggeo recorder is recording. So when the recording starts, we have access to when the video is processed. When, also very important, when access is forbidden. So when on a mobile phone, the user doesn't give a camera access to the Ziggeo recorder. That's an important event you want to use in this case. Also, when no camera or no microphone is found on a device, you want to maybe show a pop-up, show an alert informing the user. So again, a lot of different things you have access to, different events, and you can then trigger subsequent workflows. And also, let's take a look at the actions you have access to. So again, I have a button here. Let's just click on Start Edit Workflow. I'm just going to delete this. And so now if we go to Element Actions under Ziggeo Recorder, we can pause a recording, cancel, we can just destroy the recorder, resume a recorder, again, toggle full screen, trigger a re-record or record or start recording. So again, different things you have access to, which you can play around with. And then obviously quite important, the actual basically the actual token that is uploaded, which you maybe then want to save in your database. So you have to access to this by accessing the state. So for example, here I can say, all right, I want to access Ziggeo Recorder A's token, which is the video token that is uploaded and saved in your Ziggeo database. So what I did here, it says empty, and then conditional, when Ziggeo Recorder's token is not empty, I wanted to say upload successful, something like that. Okay. What you could also do, you could say, all right, when a Ziggeo Recorder A is uploaded, I want to, I don't know, make changes to a thing. I want to make change to my current video, and I want to change the token to Ziggeo Recorder's token. Okay. Let's just take a look at that also. So let's preview that and see how that looks. I did some changes here now, I think, in design, so this will look different. Let's just wait until it's loaded. All right, let's scroll down. Okay, I didn't make any changes, but we have three options: record video, record screen, and upload video. I won't show these two options now, but they work perfectly fine. You could directly record the video now via the webcam. You could record the screen here, which is what I'm doing right now with a different program. And you can just upload a video from your files. And this is what I'm going to do just to show you. I'm going to click upload video. So I've chosen a file. It's now uploading. Let's wait until it's done. You can see 100% now, and it says empty. And let's wait. Upload successful. We have the event triggered. We have the state changed. and we directly have the token of the video. So everything works perfectly. The video is now uploaded. Maybe it's not processed yet. We could check that as well, but we already have the token. The event was triggered, and you could do things in a database now or whatever you want. And the user can rewatch the video immediately. Again, we have the video playing, event triggered, and so on. So yeah, quite straightforward, I believe, but I would suggest you to just, again, take a deep dive into all the parameters, play around with the events, the actions, the states you have access to. And if you have any questions, just feel free to reach out to us anytime. If there's any parameters missing, also just reach out to us. Again, our goal of this plugin should be that it's the first and last Ziggeo plugin that you buy, and the one that you really want to use. And also another important thing to note is we're using the stable build for this plugin. So there's always different Ziggeo versions. But if you want to use a newer build, again, just reach out to us. We'll help you there. We'll set that up for you, or push an update just for you so you can use a newer or even older build if that's what you want to do. So yeah, that's basically it regarding this video. Good luck building your video application using our plugin. And again, reach out to us via email if you have any questions. Thanks. Bye.